What's up, y'all? Welcome for another episode of Something for the Culture. I'm Jazzy J. Tonight we got NYMROD in the building. What's good?
Yo, what's good? What's good with you, man?
What's good? Welcome to the culture.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Good, good. So look, let's go ahead and get into this. Can you tell us, for the people who don't know who you are, let us know who you are, where you come from, and just a little bit about your history.
Um, I tell you, I'm Nimrod, God's given the world's future, the devil's advocate, perspective, I shoot you, Brooklyn finest, LI representative, NYC ambassador, Max B apprentice. So focus on finish the sentence. What God look like, and God look right, man. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. Uh, I done worked with some of the legends in hip hop from EPMD, Slick Rick. I worked under Diddy for 2 months. Um, I worked with my brother Fred the Godson, God rest his
Hmm.
soul, Max B, Jim Jones, 730 Dipset, and the list goes on.
Cool, cool, cool. So let's start with Fred the Godson. Could you tell us about y'all two relationship and
Oh,
how did you deal with the passing of him?
Fred a good brother, man. Me and Fred done did 4 songs together, which 2 of them are coming out on my new album. Um, he always showed me love, um, type of friendship. I can call him and tell him, yo, happy birthday, bro. How you doing? How the family? And he'll respond. Never been a funny guy. Um, Shows always show me love. Always pulling me up on stage. So it was rough. I was shocked. Like when he passed, I didn't believe it, and I still kind of don't.
Hmm.
It's weird. Like it's weird. A lot of people have passed from this pandemic situation to me. It's still weird. So and it still don't feel real. You know what I mean? So it's hard to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like again, he's somebody I learned a lot from Fred also. So
Hmm.
musically, that's somebody that I can't even talk to get advice from what to do, what move to make. I can always call him and be like, "Yo, bro, I don't know about this. What do you think?" Just that advice. So it's different.
What would you say that was for you your best memory with him?
I was in the Heat Maker studio. I remember like it was yesterday. He told me to come down there, and we was doing this joint called Brooklyn. I'm not Brooklyn. I'm New York finest, and I did my verse, and his face was like, and to see somebody like that
Hmm.
make that face, it meant something to me. Fred is the most punchy, punchlines galore, hottest rapper ever. So for him to make a face like that, it was a big deal.
So I noticed you also said that you worked with Diddy. Could you tell us how you guys linked up and how did the relationship between y'all two went?
I interned for his. I was an intern for one of his assistants. I was in like 1 or 2 meetings there with him.
Hmm. Hmm.
This was when he was working on an artist named King Los,
Hmm.
and I got a chance just to see him work with an artist, to be in the studio and just sit there. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
to get that experience was super dope. You know what I mean? Just to see how he's over the boards. You know what I mean? Change this or do that or do this or do that. So to see all that and listen to that and learn from that was a real big deal for me.
Okay. So tell us how you first got into music.
First time I got into music, I was like 5 years old, right? So back then, they had a big boombox, right? And
Uh-huh.
you had to stuff paper in the tape so you
Hmm.
could record over it. So my
Right.
brother had a big boombox, and we had one of my Disney tapes, and we stuffed paper in there and put it in there and recorded over it. And I was just talking shit. I never remember what I said, but my brother heard it. He's like, "Yo, that shit hard." And I got into music from there, and then I left it for a little bit. And then when I got in high school, I started doing it because everybody banging on the lockers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then After that, I went away to jail for a little bit, and then when I link up with Max B and he heard me rap, I was trash, but when he heard me, he actually took the time to help me put things together, write my bars, put my rhymes together, think outside the box. I remember him always telling me that, don't think like every other rapper. So I really would say when I fell in love with it, um, was when I met Max.
So tell us about the relationship between you and Max. Like, how did y'all even meet up? Like, what's your feelings? Him being locked up and so on and so forth.
Um, we met up when I was just coming from the Cat. I went upstate. I had to do a 5 to 8, and I was just moving over from the Cat to Green. They right next door from each other, and
Hmm.
I wound up meeting back Max there. His name was Charlie Wingate,
Hmm.
and he went by his rap name was the Fetty Grand. So that's what everybody was calling him, Fetty Grand there.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I think I tried to battle rap against him or something like that,
Hmm.
and he embarrassed me. Like he wowed out on me. And then we was just in there all day, so us just talking and building, and finally come out. We know some of the same similar people, and then
Hmm.
like in jail they got like phone booths that you go into to making phone calls, and I would
Right.
always hear somebody banging in there rapping, and it was him. So I went in there one day when he was like come in. I went into the booth with him, and he told me to get some paper, and we wrote a couple of rhymes. So we built in there, and it feel like every other jail that I went to, he followed behind me. Either I left one jail and went to another, and he was right behind me, or he left and I was right behind him. And we just kept it trail, man, for those 4.5 years.
Right. Now, have you kept in contact with him over the time that he has done his time and whatnot?
I write Max. He writes me when he can or whatever like that. Now, when he came
Hmm.
home out of jail, the first time we came home out of jail, we was with each other a whole lot. We was in the studio working. I got like 4 or 5 joints from Max that I'm gonna be putting together. Shout out to Morpheus. I don't know if he's on my live, but he has all the music, so we're gonna be refreshing it up. And when he went in this time, it was just like you know, it's different. He was
Yeah.
another person that I can always call at any point in given time, like, and he was a brother. He was like, there was no fraudulent stuff. He was a brother. Everything that I do, I let people know. If it wasn't for Max, I wouldn't be doing music.
No, that's right. So, who has been your inspiration to even begin coming into the industry and doing music? Like when you started at 5.
I didn't have one. I was just doing it for fun. But
Hmm.
now that I'm really doing it, I'm into it. My kids, like, my son, my daughter, and
Hmm.
now that I got a team, I went through different teams and stuff like that. But I got a strong, solid team, and
Hmm.
working with them, it's just it feels great. I feel like I'm at my high right now. You know what I mean? We're about
Hmm.
to sign a deal with PYN, Wu-Tang Management to merge Federal District up under them. So it's like right now, it's just I'm at my all-time high right now.
So, how would you describe how you've changed when you first started up until now?
I have matured a lot. I've learned the business more and more, the ins and outs. I've learned that the music business is only 10% music and 90% business.
Hmm.
I've learned people and people's ways, and the fucked up ways and the good ways. You know what I mean? Of
Hmm.
people. Take everything with a grain of salt. Uh, I just mature. Every day I mature. I'm not the best person. I've made mistakes in this business of dealing with people or being around people. Um, but I know how to capitalize from those mistakes. So just the maturity of me growing.
So, I noticed that you said that it's mostly more business and only like 10% music. Could you elaborate more on that for the ones that are trying to get to where you are?
Um, when I say the business is 10% music, 90% business, it's all about relations and who you know. You could be the wackest rapper, as people already done seen, and they make it. But it's because they had people in their corner that had good business sense.
Hmm.
Um, you have to know business. You have to know how to talk. You have to have good relationships with people that matter in this business. I've done had bad relationships with people in this business that don't matter. So how do you feel about me or whatever they say don't matter. But anybody that's somebody, good relationships, you got to keep those. You can't burn those bridges. So those are the ins and outs of the business game.
Okay. Tell us what's your creative process like. What is it like when you're in the studio getting ready to lay down some tracks? What is your whole process from beginning to end like?
A blunt, uh, a bunch of beats in my computer, and maybe a nice drink. That's my process. I let the beat take me wherever it's going to take me, um, and that's it.
Okay.
I'm
What
simple.
kind of what you said?
I'm simple.
Just simple, huh?
The
So,
simple.
what kind of message would you give to someone that is aspiring to be where you are?
Uh, my favorite line I tell artists, up and coming artists, don't go with the flow, be the flow. Be you. Don't try to fit into whatever you hear going on. A lot of people try that. I've watched artists that I've came into. Well, they're not in the music business. They're indie artists though. But I've watched them, the people that I came up with, and when trap music hit, they changed who they were. They never did
Hmm.
trap. Now they doing trap music, and then now they try to rap, and I hear them, and I'm like, oh my god, you're the worst ever because they trying to come back. So I just tell people, be yourself, man. Don't try to fit in. Be who you are.
Okay. So, name if you could collab with somebody that you haven't already, whether it be rap, R&B, rock, reggae, whoever, who would it be and why?
Just one, or I get a couple.
I'll give you top five.
Okay. All right. So on a rap level, Drake, Jay
Okay.
Z, um, Rick Ross, rock and roll, Nickelback, and
Okay.
R&B, Brian McKnight.
Interesting. So, can you tell us why you picked those people?
Jay. I mean, come on, he's the greatest. This is. A lot of people say, I steal my style from Jay or whatever like that. So I would like to see me and Jay on the joint and see what it do. You know what I mean? Drake,
Hmm.
consistent,
Yeah.
great music, great melodies. Um, I would love to be one with him. Rick Ross, he's a god amongst mortals. He's the way he talk, his style, even the way he dress. Just a smooth nigga. Nickelback, I love their music. People don't know who Nickelback is. Go Google them. They're one of the hottest rock bands ever. Um,
True indeed.
so they definitely, then Evanescence. If I had to pick one, it wouldn't be Nickelback, but I would love to do something with Evanescence too. Uh, and
Okay, that would be actually interesting because they got an interesting little style with them.
yeah, they do. And I know Gloria. She's one of the backup guitarists from Evanescence.
Uh
So
huh.
she's from Long Island. So maybe one day we can get that going. See what
Yeah,
happens.
that would be interesting. So
Uh,
let's settle this right now because there's always been talk about who's the GOAT right now. Is it Drake or is it Jay-Z? Who do you think it is, in your opinion?
it's Jay. Drake haven't did half of the stuff Jay's done. Drake is he's done his thing with music, but Jay, he owns businesses and this and that. So that all is part of him. So
Hmm.
definitely Jay.
Okay. All right. So what would you be doing if it wasn't for you being in music?
Um, Things I'm doing now, I do the real estate, I do stock market. You know what I mean? Uh, I got a couple other businesses. I'm about to open up a dry cleaners. So
Hmm.
all those things I would be doing if I wasn't doing music, but I'm doing those anyway. So.
Okay. With social media has been a major impact in the music industry. How do you feel like it has impacted you in a negative way and a positive way?
Let's go negative first.
Okay.
Um, Negatively, social media has caused, like, but it happens. A lot of problems with people being in their emotion, whack ass artists, making subliminals, putting stuff up. As an artist coming in this business, you gotta ignore it. People taking shots. Um, but on a positive level with social media, it helps me get my music out there to people I can't reach, like people in in like Europe or India or this or that. It helps me get out there, and they can see me when I go live. They can see me when I put up my stuff for my performances. So
Mm-hmm.
it has its goods and it has its bads, like anything else. They say if you pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud too. So
Okay. Let's talk about your performances. Where have you performed? What was your best performance you feel like, and your best venue?
I performed all over. I performed in Tokyo, um, Germany, LA. LA was one of the best. I was in LA with PMD. I think it had to be over 5,000 people there. The love that they gave me was tremendous. Um, they treated me like I was a god and a king. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Second best definitely was Tokyo. Same thing.
Okay.
Roll out the red carpet for me. I had a great time over there.
Okay. What's the best advice you have ever been given? And then what's the best advice you have given to someone else?
I think the best advice I've been given, and it was from P. P always told me you got to watch everybody. Me, I was always a friendly guy, whatever, however, and I never took that into my mindset, because I'm like, why would people in this business? Like, I never looked at the business at that time as the street, because I'm still young and dumb. But this music business, I've learned, is something like the street. And the same
Mm-hmm.
crooked niggas that's out there in the street is in this business. And they will try to stab you in your back just to get a little closer. And at that time, I didn't know that. And I'm fresh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was freshly in this music business, thrown with the legend. You understand me? Like, I was just thrown with him. I didn't know nothing. And as a legend dealing with a fresh artist that knows nothing. So I was very, I want to say, not aware of my surroundings with people and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I felt like, damn, why would another artist try to play me or try to do
Mm-hmm.
this or try to do that? Or why niggas are snakes and why this, that, and the third? I didn't think I was in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's in the street.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I've learned from him, because he's dealt with that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the best advice I've given to artists: don't give up. I've dealt with a lot of artists and young artists at that, that just wanted to stop doing it because it was so rough. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't know what us artists go through, the money we spend to try to make the upcoming artists, what I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
indie industry artists, what I mean, they spend a lot of money to further their career, what I mean, and
True.
you're paying for studio, you're paying for clothes, you're paying for your shows sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
it's everything you pay for, videos. You can't have one without the other. You got to pay
Right.
for the video if you going to put out the single. You can't just put out the
Right.
single with no video, you know. So if you putting out the single, you get it mixed and mastered and everything else like that, and then you doing a video, that's two grand right there. Gone. That's it. Now you got to pay for marketing and promotion,
Mm-hmm.
because now you don't. If you just put it out and you're not marketing and promoting it, you ain't gonna get no money. That's another thing that drives me crazy about these whack ass upcoming artists. They just drop music and don't put no money behind their promotion. They run around saying my music on all major streams and platforms. Don't mean nothing. Nobody ain't buying that shit. They don't even know who you are. So now you got to put money behind your marketing and promotion. You're already 2 grand in. That's
Mm-hmm.
about maybe another 1,500, maybe more, depending on what
Yep.
you're trying to do. You know. So now you're damn near 4 grand in the hole off for one single,
Right.
and you got to drop like that every other month. You got to drop that way every other month, because if you
Right.
don't drop like that, people are gonna forget about you.
Very true.
And somebody don't have that kind of money to put. And 4 grand is the low. It's the low.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody don't have 4 grand to put behind themselves every other month nowadays. So you know, it's rough.
So would you, because I was told by an artist a while back that the best advice that they could give to an aspiring artist is go for broke. So would you agree with that advice?
Yeah, I mean, if this is what you want to do, it got to be what you want to do. That means no days off, no sleep.
Mhm.
Sometimes you eat Lipton noodle soup. Got to be what you want to do.
I agree. So if you could change anything about the music industry after everything that you have went through, experience, and everything in between, what would it be and why would you change that?
Fakeness, the hate, I would change all that. Why? Because you know, we are all we. I feel like artists, we superheroes. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because our music that we put out can change somebody else's day. I've had people
Hmm.
come up to me and say, "Yo, man, your song, bro, that gun talk, that got me through it, bro." And to hear some, or even to go out there and hear people, see people. I went to Virginia to perform recently, and they pumping my music out there crazy, and to see people actually say my words while I'm rapping, it's like, wow.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I would change the hate and the fraudulent stuff, and the fakeness, because again, we're superheroes, and superheroes, we supposed to team up and work together. You understand
Right.
me? And that's the team up to put good music out there for the people. I can help you do a dope song. Maybe one day you can help me do a dope song. But how can we do that if I can't even trust you because I think fake? You know what I mean? Or I'm constantly watching out for you. You know. So that's one thing I would change. But
Right. So give me two of your best songs that you love to perform, and why do you love to perform those two?
um, one song that I love to perform that I performed recently was "My Hood" featuring Bino. Bino's a good brother. He's from Long
Hmm.
Island, dope artist. He's incarcerated right now. Shout out to Bino, man. Hold your head, brother. But that My Town joint is my favorite. I
Hmm.
love it, and it gets the crowd hype. Get the crowd hype. Um, and then I would say "Take You There" is one of my new favorite songs.
Okay.
It's featuring Mello and
Hmm.
H.E.R. I mean,
Hmm.
those are my two favorite right there.
Okay. So tell us about your new EP.
My new EP just came out November 5th on PYN Wu Tang Management. Um, it's an amazing EP. I haven't did an album in 2 years or nothing. I've been working on a lot of other people's projects and just featuring on certain other stuff there. And I'll drop a single here. So for me to I put that body of work together in 3 months.
Hmm.
And some people tell me, yo, this is some of your best music ever. I don't know, because I'm talking about different things on there. I'm more talking about females and just love shit on my LL shit. But
Hmm.
they tell me this is some of my best body of work, and it's an amazing album amazing EP from front to back.
Okay. So I wanted to know, how did you feel like it was different from all your other projects from you?
I was more grown, man. I feel on this EP. A lot of my stuff is shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Hmm.
Um, and I try to stray away from that a little bit on this album, and gear more to the women, and
Hmm.
and let ladies know, you loved. I wanted that to be known, and I also wanted to let people know what us as men go through in our relationships, because a lot of people don't know what we go through in our relationships sometimes, when you're dating somebody but you're in the music business. So I
Hmm.
talked about that a little bit on the album, and I talked about being a pimp, and I just talked about a couple different things, man. But these are all things I talk about my everyday, or what you would say everyday life of things that everybody go through. They go through love. They go through guys trying to be slick and be pimps. They go through
Mhm.
hate. They go through all that. You know what I mean? I got a song on there called Frenemies
Mhm.
featuring City the King and Debonair, and it talk about the foul ways of people. So I just talk about everyday life on that album more from a grown man perspective. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
So what do you feel like? What side do you relate with more? The bang bang shoot 'em up, the pimp side, or the more more relatable to women side?
All three. I'm
Okay.
all three. You know, I can't go around. I hate people that say that. I can't believe I used to say that when I was younger, so ignorant, but say I'm a street nigga. That shit is whack at this point, given time. You know what I mean? But I'm from that part, so I relate to it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
older now, so I'm from that part that I can relate to, really loving a woman, or
Mhm.
having care for her. Just because you a thug don't mean you don't love. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then back in the days, back in the days I was a player. I ain't no player no more. But back in the days I was a player, and I did my little dirt. So I can relate to all those things. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I just want to bring all around music. And we don't have to just talk about one thing. Let's talk about life.
So let me ask you this. This whole Casanova issue going on with the whole Vlad thing. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't know too much about it. I mean, Casanova's a good brother. You know what I mean? I had the pleasure to meet Casanova plenty of times. He one of the homies. So I don't know too much about it to really speak about it. I just know I heard like little rumors of why he got locked up or whatever like that. And it doesn't matter why. I think
Right.
it sucks because none of our brothers or nobody for that matter should be incarcerated.
Mhm.
Um, I don't like to see anybody in jail because that's not cool. But I just hope the brother comes home and hold his head.
Right. So I want to, since you've come from that type of lifestyle and whatnot, with the whole
Hey, boss, me NYMROD.
6ix9ine thing.
I'm on an interview. Oh, I'm sorry about that, love.
Oh, you fine, huh? So with the whole, 6ix9ine thing, with the whole New York thing and rappers, and he was naming folks. How do you feel being a rapper from New York, and just having to deal with that bad rep that is now attached to New York because of him?
He's Mexican. I don't consider him from New York. He's a Mexican. No, I'm joking. I mean, it it don't sway me nothing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's who that nigga is. That ain't who I am. No disrespect to any of the homies or whatever like that, but like you can't take no square and try to put them in a circle. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you got to know what you get. You got to know what you banking for. We grown men. You know what I mean? Like a lot of brothers and the homies ask me about that. You know what I mean? You know the nigga was a square, and you tried to put him in a circle. You can't do that.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, I don't respect no snitches. But I know if I hit somebody, this nigga telling. You understand what I'm saying? Or I know if something go wrong, this nigga gonna tap. That's one thing is growing up in the hood. You know who's a tattletale and who's not. So
Right.
those niggas you try to keep from you. I don't care how much money you making me. I don't want it. Cause if something go wrong, you're not putting me under the jail. So you know
So do you
I don't
feel
I don't
like
consider him as.
so do you feel like artists like him have kind of maybe in a negative way kind of shifted the whole culture of hip hop to, I mean, let's be honest. Let me be very clear. Like not having too much talent, clout chasing, all of that. Do you think that has been a negative impact to the culture now because we are allowing this?
He's one of many. There's many artists that I feel in the music business that's terrible
Hmm.
and shouldn't be here.
Hmm.
But that's my opinion. I'm pretty
Right.
sure a lot of people feel like, hey, Nimrod, you shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So, it's my opinion. But, I don't feel it started with him. I feel like it was before him, and I feel like
Mhm.
other people let it in. I'm very honest. I feel like Jay-Z and them are the big dogs. They the
Mhm.
godfathers of this.
Mhm.
They had
Mhm.
control, and they had to say to let certain entities in this business. Because
Mhm.
if Jay don't want you here or Diddy don't want you here, you ain't gonna be here. So I felt like the DJs and the mainstream artists that were somebody allowed this bullshit to go on. So,
Mhm.
you know, maybe they wanted to
So
change. I don't know.
maybe. So do you feel like hip hop will ever go back to what it once was? Or do you think that we're kind of just like stuck in limbo right now where we're at?
I don't know if it ever go back the same. I mean, they're trying to make it go back the same.
Mhm.
A lot of artists is doing good music,
Mhm.
and I'm loving it. But I don't know. We don't know. You know, I'm like what I'm hearing though. There's a lot of artists out here that's doing they thing, and I'm loving the music. Davies, shout out to Davies. Shout out to Cass. He's another one.
Mhm.
Kiss. You know, Jada Kiss has always kept it real. Rick
Mhm.
Ross,
Very consistent.
Fabulous. Yeah, Fabulous. You know, the whole shout out to the whole ox. They always stayed consistent. You know, so it's a lot of artists out there. You know, even Drake himself is
Mhm.
getting back in it. And again, I said Rick Ross. You know, so I hear Jay working on a new album. Dr. Dre
Mhm.
just dropped the single, which is hard. So
Mhm.
maybe they bring it back when it need to be.
And let's not forget Bus album that he just came out with,
Oh yes,
cause
yes. How
that
can I
entire
forget that?
album is
Shout out
fire, fire.
to front to back, from front to back,
Okay,
from front to back, front to back.
like he went in, like he gave me old Buster with a twist to it on this album. Okay,
Yes. Yes. Grown man, old Buster. That's what it was.
right?
And I love
Indeed,
it.
indeed, perfectly summed
I
up
love
for
it.
that. So, who is your
I love it.
favorite new school rappers?
The baby.
Okay, we could do the baby. We could do him.
I like the baby. The baby dope. I like his music. I like his drive. And he actually raps. He can really rap. So
He do.
I fuck the baby. I fuck
Okay. What about let's take it from male to female, because we got quite a few females now.
Mhm. Um Cardi's gonna be my favorite. Um
Okay.
she gonna be my favorite all day.
Okay.
Cardi. I don't Mulatto. Let me not get my baby Mulatto. Shout out to
Uh huh.
Mulatto.
I definitely think she's gonna be a
Mulatto.
problem.
Yeah, she's a problem. We trying to work out a joint together, so look out for that. So definitely
Okay. Wait a
Mulatto.
minute. So was that like a little exclusive right there? You telling us about a little track with Mulatto?
A little
Okay.
exclusive, a little exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah,
We definitely gonna be looking for
we
it.
just had a convo yesterday, so that's why I'm talking about it now. So we gonna
Okay.
be
Well,
putting it
y'all heard it
together.
here first, y'all. Y'all look out for a track with Nimrod and Mulatto. We definitely gonna be looking for it for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
So,
fact.
with this whole crazy pandemic and everything going on, how have you been dealing with the pandemic itself?
I've been actually good. You know, I feel like it doesn't affect me. You know, anytime I feel like I'm getting under the weather, something like that. I make sure I'm taking my vitamins. I'm working out every day.
Hmm.
I'm staying. I try to keep myself covered. And I got a boy and a girl, so when I come home, I'm out all day. I want to make sure my kids are all right. So,
Right.
but yeah, I'm all right. I've been, music wise, gave me a lot of times because we're not doing shows right now, so it's just giving me a lot of time to create and work on music and stuff like that, put it out there for the people, But I'm maintaining it. It honestly didn't feel like a pandemic to me. The only time it felt that way is when I'm sitting here and I'm hearing about people dying. That's when it crushed me. But besides
Hmm.
that, straight through.
Okay. So, of course, I'm going to ask about what were your feelings on this whole election process. You know, one, did you vote? And if you didn't, it's cool. Why didn't you vote if you didn't? And what do you think about the two candidates and the outcome?
I didn't vote because I already feel like both of them are devils, so it don't make no sense with the
Hmm.
vote. Both of them racist in their own way.
Hmm.
So I ain't vote for either. Um, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, who's in office at this point in
Hmm.
time? Um, I'm still, all through all these years of all these different presidents, I still maintain to be
Hmm.
me and make my money and survive. So when I hear people cry about who's in office and I'm not making money because this person's in office, I don't know how you didn't make money. I've been okay all my life, so
Okay.
it doesn't really bother me. I really don't like care about it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Fair enough. So tell us about any upcoming projects. We already heard a little secret about one. So tell us the rest of you're working
Mhm.
on.
Uh, I'm working. I'm finishing up. I'm actually in the studio right now, with my family King Flow Stack, working on my new EP, Educated Thug Music, which is coming in April. Then after that, I'm in the studio with Vinny Idol. Shout out to Vinny Idol. He's gonna be doing the EP with me. And then after that, Federal District is gonna be working on a collaboration with PYN Wu Tang Management. That's gonna be dope. Um, and then after that, my main album is coming out called The Voice of God. We don't have a date on that. Maybe it'll come out in 2021, but we don't have a set date. And on that album, we got Rick Ross, Mary J, um, Jim Jones, Mulatto.
Okay.
um, her is gonna come back and do something for me again. And I'm looking to add like maybe one more person between Method Man or Busta. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Seeing how it works. So, but the album is pretty much done. I like to be ahead of myself. And then the
Okay.
Mike Tyson movie is coming. I got a single on that Mike Tyson movie, and I'm gonna be actually working on a movie of myself. I'm getting all together right now, all the details and basics. A preacher
Mhm.
story. You know what I mean? A Black and Death. I'm gonna be doing that movie. So I got a lot of things working.
Okay. Okay. So hopefully you'll come back when you are finished releasing that album so we can talk about some of those tracks on there.
Oh, you gonna love that album. You gonna love that album. You gonna love that
Oh,
album.
look,
Mm-mm.
I'm looking forward to getting being the first person to hear that one. I want to hear all them tracks, every last one of them.
I got you. I
Good, good,
got you. I
good.
got you.
So look, I want you to tell us. I asked this question to almost everybody that comes on this platform. Um, so I'm gonna ask you as well. If you was to leave this earth tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised, what would you want your legacy to be known for?
Um, he's a person that did it his way, the way he wanted to do it from day one. No matter what people said about him, no matter what came up against him, he did his way, and he won. So always be a winner. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted my kids to know. Never let nobody try to stop you from doing what you want to do. Everybody's always gonna hate on you or have something to say or try to take you out because they jealous or whatever. Do it your way. Just
Dope,
do it your
dope,
way.
dope. So I'm gonna give you this time to give anybody shout outs, whether it's kids, family, friends, whatever, whoever you want to shout out. Go ahead and take this moment to.
Um, I'll shout you out for having me. I want to shout out my lovely PR, MJ. She's amazing. My whole federal family and team. Thank you guys. My label PYN Wu Tang Management. Thank them. And all my fans that fuck with me, man. I tell y'all, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no me. And that's why I'm still here, because of my fans and my family and friends. So thank everybody.
Cool. So where can we find your music? Like where can we get some of these hot ass tracks?
I I tell people I'm Googleable. My music is everywhere, but I'm Googleable. Just Google me. NYMROD. Again, NYMROD. All my music is gonna pop up, from my shows to my videos to any singles that I have out. It's gonna be there.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, Nimrod, it was a pleasure you gracing the culture and taking time out from your busy schedule to come sit down and let's just give us an insight into your world. So shout out to you, and shout out to your team as well for basically having a good ass artist. To be honest with you, I like a lot of your music as well. I'm a
Thank you.
big Max B fan as well. So so shout out to your whole camp as well. Um,
Thank you.
we're gonna go ahead and take this time, y'all, to go ahead and just address some stuff about next episode. So we are gonna have Dr. Inke on the 16th and Rusty Jukes on the same night as well. So that should be an interesting little episode, y'all. So we'll see y'all on the 16th at 8 p.m. Same time, same place. Nimrod, it was a pleasure again. I'm Jazzy J. We about to get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you.